Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel where I talk about life in sports and all the above, all right? This one is going to be me talking about athletes in particular, not in particular, but just the recent events that's been going on with all the protests and all that in our society. Should athletes protest or should athletes use their platforms for social justice? So let's get into it. So, um, should athletes be the one to tell a society to go ahead and vote? Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with using your platform in the right way, at the right time, to bring awareness to issues that's going on in society. But I think it has to do a lot with the timing of the protest and the right time to protest. Um, should athletes be responsible for telling everybody they need to go vote? I don't think they should. Um, we all know as a country what needs to change in this country. Um, it's every American's responsibility to look in with themselves to want to go out and vote and want change. Whether you think your vote counts or not, you should feel that responsibility just as an American to realize that yes, this country can be better, but we also have come a long way in this country as well. And I don't think it should be a responsibility of athletes like LeBron James, like Chris Paul, or like anybody from the NBA to tell us to go vote. Um, you know, they have a right to speak. I'm not saying they don't. But at a normal work setting, you wouldn't be able to protest when you're working, right? So I guess sports is different from the regular workforce because if you started protesting when you were on the clock at a retail store and you started protesting on your shift, you would probably be written up or fired. So I guess sports is totally different. But I don't think it's the responsibility of the athletes to go ahead and tell everybody they need to vote. Um, like I said, it's the responsibility of every American to want to go vote if they really want change in this country. Um, and I think, in a whole, especially the NBA, I think it's a little bit hypocritical for the NBA to say that they stand for social justice where they support China. And that's the same thing for America as well. Um, I always been saying that we should never do business with China as a country. But, I leave that to the powers that be. But, for the NBA to sit there and say they're for social justice, but they don't say anything about China, those people suffering over there, then are you really for social justice then? Or only social justice for people out here and the Asian people in China or the Chinese don't count, right? So to me, that's being a little bit hypocritical, saying you're for justice and racial justice and oppression. Those people in China are being oppressed by their own government, but you support that. You won't even say nothing about that because it's going to affect your dollar, right? So to me, I feel that it shouldn't be the athlete's responsibility in any sport, NFL, NBA, MLB, to come out and tell Americans to go out and vote. Americans should take the responsibility to go out and vote. And if you really want change, why don't you guys who want change go out and run for Congress and run for your local office and get in government and to make new laws and all that stuff. What about that type of change? You know what I'm saying? So we can't just depend on an athlete to tell us when to go vote or tell us that we need change. I mean, I don't have a problem with them saying it, but it's to me, it's a little hypocritical, especially for the NBA, because, like I said, in reference to China, they do support China. So do we. I don't like the fact that America does that too, but that's a whole other story. So, what do you guys think? You think it's a responsibility of athlete to tell us to vote, or do you think it's the responsibility of the American people to go out and vote on their own? I believe it's us. We need to go out and afflict change. The people. Go to Congress, be in Congress, join government and stuff to really afflict change. Stop depending on these athletes and celebrities to tell us that we need change. We need to go out and get change. Us Americans, what do you guys think?